CREST was set up after dialogues that the government had with industry, to which the minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Tan Sri Muhammad Noor Yaakob, had dialogues with industry representatives, to which they basically focused on what else can government do more for the industry. And one of the things that they mentioned was there could be an organization that can be a catalyst that brings the best of government, industry and academia to be formed, to which all three parties contribute to developing the industry jointly together.
The great industrial clusters in our industry are in places like Silicon Valley, or Austin, Texas, or Bangalore, right? Or you could argue Munich may be developing into that type of a cluster. Many of these clusters, the one in Bangalore, I think in particular, is interesting. They burst on the scene in our industry after we did, as a cluster, and in some ways they've passed us up. And my view on this is they've passed us up because they have a sense of cooperation and a shared sense of, if we're in this thing together, work together, we can make the cluster better, and that benefits all of us.
This thought process came about because we want to make sure that the MNCs that are here will continue to be here in the next 40, 50 years. And we came up with the idea that what we want to do is nurture this ecosystem, develop specific universities to take up some of the technologies of what the industries need and so forth. So we came up with this idea of the CREST, and I'm proud to say that after a couple of rounds with the government, the CREST is here, it's realized.
We're very involved with CREST, and I have a very personal involvement with CREST. We really pushed the idea from the very beginning. We've consistently said that CREST is an industry-led effort. I believe that CREST and the development of CREST and the projects that we are driving will eventually spawn an ecosystem of engineers, masters, PhDs, could eventually become companies, right, from those technologies.
So CREST has three focal points. What we do is we focus on being a catalyst for research to be done between industry and academia. And the second is we want to encourage the development of talent, particularly for the electronic industry. And the third one is how do we help commercialize all the ideas and the potential products that we develop during the R&D stage. So the three things: research and development, talent development, and commercialization.
In our industry, is very intense in research and development. And through CREST, we hope to share some risk, in terms of doing this development. I mentioned the fact that there are some, I call it non-competitive area, more generic areas that we can work with CREST. And I know some of the other organizations that may also have the same problem, that they are trying to resolve, just like us.
We have a strong collaboration with CREST. Number one is that having the shared R&D resources, having the ability to nurture the R&D ecosystem is very important. So that's one. I think the other part of collaboration with CREST is the fast track program, which is really, how do we nurture the talent for those high value activities. So those are some of the activities we are working on with CREST.
I think everyone has identified that we need to keep the trajectory of growth of talent in this region. CREST, with its innovative approach of combining the desire of the government institutions to help that growth with funding, and then being directed by industry initiatives, really provides a great learning opportunity for the students and the researchers to make innovations, give back through that process, enhance the learning, but also become awesome entrepreneurs, innovators, and have a career that they build upon from that experience.
We like to have line of sight to the talent pool that could be developed. We hope to be collaborating with CREST in terms of both talent pool and also collaborating in technology that sometimes we feel that it needs some attention from another, maybe a university side that we all can work together. We are busy with our business model, we are busy with our commercial models. Right. Some of the intrinsic know-how, we think that we can really have a different group of people that can look at it very differently and help us with some of the solutions that we can put in Penang.
CREST manages a fund of 100 million for the R&D grants. And we have that fund for 10 years, to which we run 2 cycles a year, where we receive applications, and these applications are required to be a collaboration between companies and academia, and they have to work together to develop R&D that has value for the marketplace. For 2012, CREST has evaluated 2 cycles of research. In the first cycle, we evaluated 30 projects, and we decided to fund 10. Of the funding, it's a collaboration between industry and academia again. So the idea is for industry to put up 50% of the investments, while CREST puts up the other 50. But we've been lucky in the sense that the industry has put up even more than what is needed. So they have contributed 60% of what's required. Of the 10 projects that we have decided to invest in, it is of the value of 7.7 million ringgit. In cycle 2, we finished evaluating recently, and we have decided to back out of the 29 projects that we evaluated, we decided to fund 16 projects, and that is of a value of 6.6 million ringgit. And again, the contribution from industry has been more than what is required, which is 60%.
CREST is actually very vital in the way we're looking towards the next 5 to 10 years of our operation, because as you can see, the changes has happened on the car stereo front, from being a fully mechanical unit, even the radio is on wire, wound, and today everything is in software. So given the fact that we do have a lot of software houses in Malaysia or IT-based company, more and more they will begin to play a part in the car, and especially the infotainment system. So working with CREST, we can then publicize the fact that actually the industry has moved on and is reached a juncture whereby everyone can participate out of Malaysia.
We are doing very well with CREST. In fact, with CREST, it helped us to engage with a vendor and also with the university to work on a project called the carbon nanotube, or in short called CNT. How this works? Because from CREST, we came to know that USM has developed a solution on how to produce a CNT at a very low cost. So we know that this CNT has good thermal properties, and in order to leverage that properties in future, so we need to develop a local partner to work with us. And this will take 1 year or 2 years to develop this material. But I'm certain that once we have this material, it's not only benefiting Altera, but also going to benefit the industry that have the same use like Altera.
CREST right now helps us with training of students in the specific technologies that we need. It also helps us in terms of collaborative research. It helps put us in touch with university partners to work on certain areas of technology. Looking forward, I hope we develop shared services and specific expertise. So I hope in the future, CREST has got laboratories, has got experts, and together that helps drive innovation for industries like ours.
So what CREST would like to do, particularly for the electronic industry, is to move the industry to be from the manufacturing and a little bit of design space towards the research and development space, where the high value income and jobs are. So this can be applied to any industry in Malaysia, and I think it is time for Malaysians in general to be driving ourselves towards being a full participant with regards to driving our country and pushing the envelope with regards to what we can do in terms of talent and in terms of knowledge. CREST would like to establish ourselves as being the organization to work with regards to research and collaboration for the electronic sector. We would like to establish ourselves in the country within 3 years' time, and to be in the region in 6 years' time, and globally in 9 years' time.